Welcome back, folks. Welcome to my life in the bottom of the boat. I'm up here in the forward cabin and I'm drilling great big giant holes in my boat. Big holes. You're going to want to see this. So this was the first opportunity to see exactly how thick the bottom is, and as it turns out, the hull's 3/4 of an inch thick, or 19 millimeters. The outer glass is 5/16 of an inch, or 5 millimeters, and the inner glass is 1/8 of an inch, or 4.5 millimeters. I had to crawl under the boat and plug the hole so the epoxy doesn't escape. So what I'm doing here is removing a larger portion of the internal laminate, and I'm going to take out the core, which is marine grade plywood. And as you'll see as we go along, that it took some pounding and scraping and sanding and grinding, etc., to get it all out. I think you need a bigger hammer, son. So I've removed the bulk of the core plywood, and I'm getting close to the outer laminations, and I don't want to damage them, so I thought I would try my Makita sander at first. It's a bit of a brute and it's hard to handle. So I'm getting really close to the exterior laminations now, and I don't want to damage them, so I switched over to my die grinder with a flapper disc, and I'll get right down to the bare glass, and that way we'll ensure as near a perfect seal as we can get. Yes, I know I should have had a mask on, but I've been jumping around from job to job so quick, I just forgot. Here I'm making a backer plate for the Seacock that will sit on top of the Thru-Hull. And originally I wanted to make it out of fiberglass, and I have some 5/16 inch fiberglass that we laid up ourselves just for this purpose, but do you think I could find it? No. I don't have any way to clamp this backing plate down once it's ready for installation, so I'm going to use 8 to 10 1-inch drywall. Oh, you klutz. Yeah, I'm going to use 8 to 10 drywall screws. They're just temporary. They'll be removed once everything's all glued into place. Here's your daily ration of sanding. I'm not going to speed it up. I'm going to make you watch the whole thing. Enjoy. The key to getting a good secondary bond with epoxy is to ensure that the area is scrupulously clean and free from any dust or contaminants. So here I vacuum it up and then I wipe it down with some acetone. So here I'm going to make an epoxy based filler to fill the hole that we just prepared, and this is going to be a combination of epoxy, milled fibers, colloidal silica or cabosil, and microspheres or glass beads. The microspheres in the cabosil you have to handle with care and make sure you've got breathing protection. This stuff goes airborne really easily before it's mixed in with the epoxy, so you have to be careful. This mixture is not like mixing epoxy glue. It has to be a bit more stiff so it will stay in the hole until I can get the backing plate on, and you'll see the squeeze out that happens when I put the plate in place. When working with any plywood on a project like this, you really have to pre-coat it because the wood is just like a sponge and soaks up the epoxy, and you don't really want that to happen. It'll cause a failure if you don't. I've marked the bottom of the hull with a Sharpie so I know exactly where the holes are going to line up. It took quite a while for the epoxy to harden up to the point where I could drill it out. So I've used my little electric heater and left it on for about 6 hours, and it hardened up enough. So the next task is to find the exact center of the hole so that I can get the drill to meet up with the hole on the outside of the hull. Anybody that paid attention in grade 8 geometry will know what I'm doing here. I'm just drilling a pilot hole dead center to help me line up the hole saw easier. Breaker pops in 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to be a bit more diligent about keeping my workspace clean, and especially up here in the forward cabin. It's something I never really paid a whole lot of attention to before, but it's kind of important. This is a 1-inch force bar Marilon Seacock, and I don't have any metal Seacocks or Thru-Hulls on the boat. They're all plastic.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was a quick little project. It only took 3 days, but it's pretty cool here. So right now I got my little buddy trying to warm things up. So, yeah, it only took 3 days. It's still progress, and you know what the old saying is, you can only know you're making real progress when you're drilling holes in your boat. And we drilled a pretty big one, but we fixed it, so that's pretty cool. I think there's 2 more to go. One for the anchor chain washdown, deck washdown pump, and one for the air conditioner, raw water feed. So try and get those done the next couple of days, and then I'm here sitting in the V berth, so I have a lot of work to do in the forward end, anchor locker, storage, things like that. Those panels have to be repaired before I put the hatches in them. Battens to go in for the bunks. Have to make more panels to fill in the areas that are now wide open, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of good work. So I'd like to thank everybody for sticking with us. It was good to see you back. We're doing okay. It's snowing at the moment, that's why I'm not doing anything, but spring's on the way, and then the pace is going to pick up. So if you enjoyed this video, found it interesting or informative, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you like. We'd be glad to have you, and while you're there, ring the bell and you'll get notified every time we publish a video. So from Laurie and I and the rest of the fur balls in the house, cheers.